going to wait in the beginning, so I hope it's not too long of an awkward pause, because I've realized that if you start talking as soon as it says that you're live, you're not actually. So, and then it just starts out in the middle of a conversation that you all weren't even a part of. So, it's already weird enough talking to yourself. It's even weirder to come back and rewatch the live and realize that you were talking to yourself from the get-go. So, um, so I hope I waited long enough. For those of you watching back, thank you so much for your support. I know that there's all kinds of you all that play back and watch these videos if you can't get on with us live. And I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate all the support that you all have given me. For those of you watching back as well, I've got a video coming out tomorrow, and I mentioned this in the video, but there has been several of you reach out and check on us during this horrible weather that Eastern Kentucky is experiencing. We have had some pretty severe flooding that has affected Eastern Kentucky. Hello, how are you? We've had some pretty severe flooding that has affected our area, but we are okay. We are fine. Our family members are fine. So we're fine. Now, we do have one family member that lives close to the Licking River, and he is underwater a bit. He's lost a vehicle. But overall, everybody is doing okay, and we are okay. And I appreciate everybody that has reached out, all of our friends that we've come to know on this channel that have reached out and asked if we were okay. We are fine. And from the bottom of my heart, it's heartwarming that so many people have been concerned about us and checked in on us. I appreciate it greatly, and I'm so thankful for the supporters and the community that we built here, because this is a community. I talk about it a lot on the beginning of my lives, and I want to let you all know how truly grateful I really am for the support that we get. We have built a wonderful community here, and without you all, there wouldn't be a community. There wouldn't be this group that it is. But I've become good friends with some of you all, and I love it. I love it. I love this community that we built. On my parents' account. Are you allowed to be on YouTube? But how is everybody doing? How is the weather at? How is the weather where you're at? So today or last night we got some snow. I think we've got maybe around 4 inches of snow today. Hello, everybody that's popping on. We have quite a few people popping on. I'm just going to take a second and ask you if you would please double tap the screen. That will give the video a like. All you got to do is take your finger and pop on the screen, and that will give the video a like. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe as well. If you're new here, we are a homesteading, farmsteading channel. We have quail, chickens, hunting dogs, livestock guardian dogs, rabbits. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. You said in Wisconsin it's cold, heavy snow. Yeah, that's essentially where we're at today. I think, I don't know exactly what our high was today. Probably about what it was yesterday, which was 22 degrees Fahrenheit. For those of you that are Celsius, it was 22 degrees Fahrenheit. It was cold. Do I see snakes? Oh, yes. We have all kinds of snakes in Kentucky. Absolutely. We actually, my husband, myself, my daughter, we go out in the summertime a lot of times and go what they call herping, where you look for snakes and turtles and frogs and just out in nature. Yes, we see a lot of snakes. We also do, just like in the summertime, we just, in the evenings, just to spend time together, we'll usually stop and get an ice cream and take the back roads at nighttime, just before it gets dark. And in the summertime, you see all kinds of snakes out on the road. We drive the back roads and look at the snakes on the road. The most common to see around here would be probably garter snakes. Next to that would be copperheads. You see some rattlesnakes on the road. But I guess the two most common that we see just, walking or just out on the roads would be copperheads and garter snakes. We do have cottonmouths, or water moccasins, whatever you want to call it. And we do see rattlesnakes every once in a while, but rattlesnakes are more elusive. Usually when we see a rattlesnake is when we're out herping, and actually looking for snakes. But you don't typically see them as much as you do see garter snakes. Where we live on the farm, we see rat snakes, the big, long, black snakes. They're huge. And garter snakes. But I've stepped on a copperhead. I've told this story before on live, but me and my husband were out hiking. Kind of behind our farm. I don't know how common it is in different areas, but here in eastern Kentucky, we have a lot of what we call pipelines, which is where the pipeline goes up the hills and up the mountains of Kentucky, and it's usually steep hills, and then they usually keep them clean. But it's usually gas lines, things like that run underground, and we were hiking up a pipeline through a pretty dense-ish forest. A lot of people local would do four-wheeler, riding, dirt bike riding through there and hiking. And we were walking through there. My husband was ahead of me. We were walking on, it was kind of like a dirt bike trail, but in the center of it was like a pool of water. It was like a dried up, where it was just like a hole, in the dirt, and then there was like a thin area for us to walk on the edge, so we didn't, get muddy or dirty. And we were walking on that edge. My husband was walking ahead of me, and somehow stepped over a copperhead, but I stepped on the copperhead. The copperhead, I think it was going across the road instead of going this way, which would have been where the forest was. We were walking really close to, where the woods would have been. I guess it was facing this way. It must have been sunbathing, and my husband stepped over it, and it scared the copperhead. And where that little pool of water was, it went under my feet. I wasn't looking down, which is like the number one rule. When you're out in the woods, you need to be looking down the whole entire time, especially when you have poisonous snakes in your area like copperhead, water moccasins, and rattlesnakes. But we have timber rattlers, I think, is the breed that we have here, but there's rattlesnakes. And my husband stepped over him, and somehow I stepped on him or her, and so it rolled underneath my foot. And I didn't realize it until it rolled underneath my foot, which was pretty daggone scary. Thank God it didn't bite me. Thank God it was on its way out. I think I stepped more on the tail area than anything, but I could have been hurt pretty severely. My husband was not watching out for me. He was not watching out for me. Do you see quarries and mines, or some full of water where you can swim? Yeah, we have quarries. We have underground mines in our go. Typically where you're going to see those is Red River Gorge. There's a lot of mines where you can go and kayak and things like that. Quarries and stuff, typically people don't really swim in the quarries. They mostly just fish in the quarries. Actually, our daughter, when she was 2, maybe going on 3, she caught her very first fish at a quarry that actually we snake hunt every once in a while, or herp every once in a while. But yes, there's all kinds of snakes around here. All kinds of poisonous ones, water moccasins, like I said, or cottonmouths, whatever you want to call them, rattlesnakes, timber rattlers, and copperheads. So you got to be careful. Get her done in the house. Hey, how are you? How are you doing, Big Task? How's the farm? It is a mud hole is how the farm is. I actually had a horrible day the day before yesterday and yesterday. I've got a video coming out tomorrow, so if you want to check that out. It was awful. I've definitely seen multiple rattlesnakes in my lifetime. Multiple. I've been around rattlesnakes. For sure, 100%. Are they deep? Are the quarries and stuff deep? I would assume so. I've never been to the bottom of one. But I would assume that they are definitely deep. 100%. Now there's a mine that you can go to. I don't know if you all have heard of Red River Gorge, but it's a touristy attraction and like a natural site in the state of Kentucky and Eastern Kentucky. I would encourage you to check it out. If you ever came to Kentucky, Eastern Kentucky, I would encourage you to go to Red River Gorge. It's absolutely beautiful. There's a bunch of places that you can stay there. It's real backwoodsy, outdoorsy, hiking, kayaking, swimming. They have the giant rocks. When I say giant, I mean like, rocks that are 12 foot off the ground that people jump off of into the water. So, and there is mines, and things like that there. And it's really cool to check out. There's also, some natural things as in like natural bridge. There's a rock that they call the Horsehead Rock. There's all kinds of things to go see, in the, Red River Gorge area of Kentucky. It's probably one of my favorite places to go in Kentucky, actually. You just got here. We have one called Lake Wazee. Is that how you say that? It is over 300 feet of water. That's crazy. Wow, that's cool. We have a dam that is close to us. I'm not quite sure how old it is, off the like how deep it actually is. I do know that there is a town underneath of it. There's actually some history behind it. It's not a natural dam. It's something that they've dammed up. It's called, Cave Run Lake. We used to go fishing there quite a bit, muskie fishing. My husband is a muskie fisherman, and so he fishes or used to fish there a lot. He hasn't been fishing for years, actually. We've been really busy with the farm over the last couple years, but he used to go quite often. We used to go quite often and fish, and go out on boats on the lake. It is a good place to take a woman for a date. Is it a good place? Probably. Are you talking about Red River Gorge? For sure. It's a good family place in general. A lot of things to do. A lot of good restaurants to eat at. Just a lot of fun things. There's actually a place that I've been wanting to go stay there, where you can stay in teepees. Actual Native American teepees, which is really, really cool. It's right by the water, so you can fish. If you like outdoorsy things. Thank you, Mike. Thank you so much for popping in. If you like outdoorsy things like we do, we like fishing and hunting and gathering, and if you just like being outside, it's probably the place to be. We love being outside. We love doing outdoorsy things, fishing, hunting, just all the things outside. Hence, that's why we farm full time. We love just being outside, being outdoors. Not so much when it's as cold as it is, but yes, for sure. There's also just some like good like driving. A lot of times you'll see like motorcycle gangs come through, like big groups of motorcyclists in the summertime, because it's really where it's down by the water and there's a lot of caves and mines through there. It's cool outside. It's like a cool drive, like cool as in temperature cool. It makes for really pretty riding, really pretty driving. There's some tunnels that you can go through that are like cut out of big, huge rocks. So yeah, it's a really cool place to go. Oh goodness, sorry guys. So if you missed the live, I don't know how many lives ago, I did a live of us planting seeds. In that specific live, I think I planted cabbage and just tomatoes and cabbage. Before that, or the day or two before that, I planted, what are they called? Loofahs. I planted some loofah seeds to get started. The loofahs have not come up yet. I hope that they come up soon. The cabbage has. I've got, I think all of my cabbage that I planted had come up, all the seeds. Hello, Ben. How are you? All of the cabbage had come up. So we're just waiting on the tomatoes and the loofah seeds to come up. Well, I've got the seed packets here. So the tomatoes I planted were the Roma VF. The cabbage I planted was the Copenhagen Market Early, and the next cabbage was the Cabbage Fairies Round Dutch, and the next one was the Loofah Gourds. Driving on ice to get the family pizza, yeah. Yeah, I'm excited about I'm gonna get these few starts of cabbage. I'm not gonna do very many starts this year. I've talked about it on lives before, but it's just so much cheaper for us to actually buy just started plants. Just seedlings and started plants is so cheap here. So I just don't see no point in going through the trouble to start seeds. Although it's not very homesteady of me. Although people probably think that I'm nuts to claim to be a homesteader and save all kinds of seeds and never start anything from seeds. But it's my doomsday pile, guys. If we got to, we can. But we don't necessarily have to. What is on the schedule for the live stream tomorrow? I have no clue. Your guess is as good as mine. That's if I do a live stream tomorrow. Our last live stream, I haven't done a live stream in a couple days. Our last one, I don't even know what day it was. I was feeling really bad and people were being really rude. And just saying all kinds of stuff, and it was so many trolls on it that you couldn't even really like focus on what you were trying to say. So I got off of it, and I thought like people were gonna think that I'm a total wimp for doing that on this live, and then not doing live for a couple days. They probably think that I am just a big old chicken, but I'm not. I just didn't have the time to do a live the last couple days, and like I've said it before, I've been trying to get my watch hours up. I really want to do lives every single day, but, you know, I'm busy. I'm a mom and a wife and a farmer, and I have to have time to edit videos. I have to have time to do housework. We homeschool, so we have to have time to do school. So I stay pretty busy, and live streams, if I do a live stream, I'm talking to you all right now, that means I'm going to have to stay up later and do laundry. You know, I'm always having to come up with a fine balance. Your live streams are like watching National Geographic. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? And it's a fine balance, having to do this. I hate to say this because I feel like majority of the people that watch my videos, the majority of people that, well, I know majority of people that are subscribed to my channel are men. I don't really know why. I don't know why the majority of my subscribers are men. The only thing that I can think of is because I do outdoorsy things. We hunt, we fish, we garden, we farm. We're outside, but we use heavy equipment, we use tools. I don't really know why. Majority of it's men. Why the majority of it's men. But and this is going to sound bad when I say it. I know it's going to sound bad, and it's going to sound very feminist of me. And I'm 100% not a feminist. I'm a stay-at-home wife. Okay, we'll just put this in perspective. But I know that for majority of men, it is a lot easier for them to have a YouTube channel. People are going to get offended at this. It is a lot easier for a man to have a YouTube channel than a woman. And ask me how I know, because I'm a woman. Typically, my husband is with me at all times, but my husband doesn't do the homeschooling task. He doesn't do, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. He helps me with meals. He does meals every once in a while, but he helps me with some task in the house, but he's not covering all the things that I cover. And that's okay. That's what I chose to do. But because of that, I have to have a fine balance of my YouTube life and my home life. I have to balance these things out because I know, like I said, I'm doing this live right now. Well, I know once I finish this live, I have to go back there and do laundry. Could I be doing laundry right now instead of doing the live? Absolutely. But instead, I'm choosing to engage with you all because I love to do it. I'm choosing to engage with you all, which is going to put, a later task on me. So you said, that's not true. People would rather watch a woman than a man. Majority, laundry, yuck. Yeah. Majority of, laundry is my least favorite chore. I would rather wash dishes all day than do laundry. 100%. I hate laundry with a passion. That's why it's the last thing to be done. That's why I know when I get done with this live, I'm going to have to do it because that's the number one thing I put off every single day. And believe it or not, we are a family of 3, and I do 3 loads of laundry a day. 3 loads of laundry a day. People are shocked when I say that because most people are, not a family. People don't expect a family of 3. You do 3 loads of laundry a day. I do 3 loads of laundry every single day. If I do not, our laundry baskets will be overflowing. I have no clue why it's like that, but it just is. So, I just, like I said, I have to have a fine balance. I have to keep things in check. And until I become monetized and until I'm being paid for this, I'm essentially doing free work, for those people that have YouTube channels and are trying to get started, or people that have had YouTube channels and, it took them a while to get started. Some people just start, like that, but most people don't. And so, I'm doing this for free. This is, I have a YouTube channel. I'm educating. I'm showing people my life. I'm, doing this for free. And I love it. I love doing it. It's fun. I love getting to know you all. I love getting to talk about the things that I love, which, is amazing. It's work that I don't get paid for. I was getting ready to say I love this job. I can't wait to be paid for it. is what really boils down to it. I would love to be monetized, but you said I can never be monetized due to security with my clearance. Are you talking about because you do these? Let me see. I remember the live stream when you were talking about eggs. That's when I had to subscribe. Yeah, I can talk about eggs and chickens all day long. Just do 2 big loads and mix it all together. LOL. One really big one. Oh, because of employment. Thank you. I appreciate it. There's probably people that know more than me. I wish that I knew more. I wish that I was just like an encyclopedia. I wish that I could just know everything. Not when I say everything, well, I wish I could know everything, but I wish I could know everything about history. I wish I could know everything about animals. I wish you were talking about me being a National Geographic. I wish that I could be the encyclopedia of National Geographic. I wish that I could just know everything there was to know about animals. I wish that I could know everything there was to know about farming. I wish that I could know it so that I could tell you all it. I try to pass knowledge down and around, or however it goes. I try to explain what I know because I find it so interesting. My poor husband has to hear like a million facts a day. I'm all the time telling him stuff, and he's not like me. He doesn't care about history. He loves National Geographic. He can watch animals all day long. But I'm his wife. So he doesn't necessarily want to hear, I don't have the voice of the guy on National Geographic that has that soothing voice. He has to listen to my high pitch, intense, what I consider wealth of knowledge. Him, not so much. He said, yo, you were just calling out different snakes like I'm 90% of people have never heard of before. I don't know everything about snakes. I wish I did, though. I do like snakes. I think they're beautiful. He said, I just want to know everything about the female. So far, I know nothing. Me neither, bud. I don't know nothing. Not a single thing. I don't even know who I am from day to day. We are the undiscovered species, is what we are. The reason why men don't know anything about women is because we don't know nothing about them. We don't know. We don't know who we are from day to day. We don't know how we feel. We can't tell you what we want. We just expect you to know it. You were supposed to know, but we don't know. The discovered but still unknown. Yeah, like 99% of the ocean. We are the ocean. Totally. 100%. At least we can joke about it. At least we can joke about it. See, I told you I wasn't a feminist. A feminist would have done got offended. They would have done run off and been heartbroken at that. They would have said that they know everything about themselves. See? My poor husband, bless his heart. Bless his heart. But yeah, I wish I knew more, I wish I was like, I don't know. He said the world needs to see this. Yeah. We're like the dinosaurs, like you get to see the bones of them, but you don't really know what they look like. You don't know really how they acted. We still, listen, have y'all, the T-Rex that we know, I don't even think, because every time something new comes out about the T-Rex, it's like, they're totally, they think T-Rex had, like, feathers now, that they're, hi, Smiley, how are you? That their hands, instead of being... I think that they said that, like, their hands were like this. Like, there was no, like, the wrists were not, like, they weren't like this. They were like this. So, like, here's a jar, they'd be like this. but they couldn't move their wrist. So like they learn something about T-Rexes every single day, you know, that we didn't know nothing about. Oh no. I'm sorry. I hope you get to feeling better. The sickness is going around. Our daughter and my husband both were sick last week, and he got it from his mom, and she was sick, and everybody's like, "You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it." Thank God I have a pretty decent immune system. Usually I don't feel I don't usually get sick when they get sick. Sometimes I do, but a lot of times I don't. Thank goodness. But my husband and my daughter have horrible immune systems, and so they catch quite a bit. The farm is wonderful. It is cold and snowy right now. It is so muddy. I think let me see if my phone's not. It's 19 degrees right now. 19 degrees Fahrenheit for those of you that are not in the U.S. I don't know who is and who isn't, but it's 19 degrees Fahrenheit, and it is so cold, and there's ice in Oklahoma. I'm over it. Are you all done with winter? I'm so done. Ugh, 8 degrees. I'm so done with it. I don't want to see it ever again. Oh yeah, we totally have coonhound pups right now. They've just opened they're 7 degrees there. They've just opened their eyes this week. And they're so daggone cute. I wish, and the wind makes it feel like 11 degrees. I want it over with. I'm so done. I'm so done with the cold. I'm over it. It has been hi Quack Attack. It has been a never-ending winter. It's like here's the thing is we went straight into winter. There was like, my husband could tell you their bloodlines. I don't know, actually. I think that their bloodlines are pretty local. My daughter probably knows. Hey, Lakin. What? Can you come here real quick? Yeah, hold on. My daughter probably knows. She remembers the names of stuff like that. I don't know the bloodlines right off the top of my head. Right now, I'm thinking of our other dog that Hold on. What are the bloodlines of the pups?
They're the Cane.
They're out of Cane on both sides, top and bottom?
It's Insane Cane.
She said they're out of Insane Cane on top and bottom. I don't know if you would know who that is or not.
I don't think he would, though, because it stayed in, like, the family.
The Cane lines?
Yeah, I think it stayed in, like, the family.
Yeah, they're out of Insane Cane, which is a pretty popular dog here. Oh, so you know the bloodline.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, they're Cane top and bottom. And then we have, actually, that Tilly. I don't know if you've watched the channel and seen Tilly. Oh, definitely, yeah. If you've watched the channel and seen Tilly, Tilly is a full sibling to the pups we have right now. She is our younger female. So we have Ruby. I don't know what her lines are. And then we have Seeker, who is the youngest pup besides the puppies right now. He is, I think, 10 months old. No, he's 7 months old. And then we have Tilly, who's around 10 months old. And she is a full sibling to the puppies that are born.
They just told me the Tilly's the puppy's daddy's name. I already forgot, but the male dog, the father to the puppies we got right now, his daddy is out of Insane Crank.
Have you heard of Insane Crank?
That'd be these puppies' Clint.
Yeah, is he Insane Clint?
Yes.
Okay. So the puppies that is Insane Clint, his dad is Insane Cane. I think Clint is, how old is he? He's like
He's up there.
I think I don't want to say for 100%, but I think that he's like 12 years old.
He might be 12.
I'm thinking he's 12.
He's 12 or 7 or 8.
It was a good sounding dog back in his heyday. Yeah. Are we twins?
I don't know.
Hello, Bruno. How are you?
Yeah.
But you know that what popped in my head when I just read that is that we don't talk about Bruno. No.
We don't talk about Bruno. I was thinking that.
Talk about twins. We started singing it at the same exact time. Okay, yeah, check your book because I want to totally know what you know. You get the song a lot. How does it feel to have a song named after you?
Yeah, we don't talk about Bruno. No.
How does it feel to have a song named after you? I'm sure you do. It's probably like it's one of those names like that. If you came before it, that yeah, the daddy is Insane Clint, I think.
Yes.
That's what his name is, Insane Clint?
Yes, and the other breed we have is out of the Insane Tank 2.
Yeah, Seeker is out of Tank. And then his daddy is Insane Tank 2, and then Seeker is,
Insane. I don't know if he's had puppies before, so we don't know what, number he is. But Seeker, it would be Insane. His mommy is a cane dog, and his daddy is a tank dog.
Yeah. So they're out of Cane, and then Insane Cane, and then Tank.
And
Tank 2.
Yeah.
He's out of Tank 2.
Yeah. I think Tank 2,
My husband just texted me and said, I'm butchering their pedigrees. Is what he just said.
It's what you told me. I don't think we're butchering.
Okay, it's a nice song. It used to be Bruno character, so it's funny to me. That's funny.
No. If they have a
tell Daddy to write tell Daddy to text me the pedigree and then I'll read it off. Tell him to text me the pedigree of the pups. Just tell him to tell me the daddies.
Okay, got it.
Out of the pups. My husband just messaged me smiling and said I'm butchering the pedigrees on the dogs. So we're gonna try to. I don't keep track of that stuff. That's what I have him for. I have to keep track of the pedigrees on my rabbits and things like that, and I don't hardly remember that. I have to write all that stuff down. So, what did he say?
I think he's doing it. It took me a minute to. He was thinking of something, so I had no clue. He said, did he say the pups? I said the
He said, okay, yeah, Insane Crane has a female offspring that is currently in the top 10 UKC producers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
That's good.
So he just texted me. I don't know if I can pull it up. Go get your phone.
Mine, you ain't got it logged in.
I'll have to log it in. I'm gonna read off the pedigree because I can't open it up here because it'll get off of it. So. Okay. Sloan's Insane Belle. Okay.
Would he just say in our last day if he might know it?
Just hold on. He said that there's a female Sloan's Insane Belle. That's at it's the top 10 UKC producers. They're registered. All the dogs are registered. UKC, AKC, Super Stakes, and maybe something else. He's sending me pictures. Give me just a second, and I will try to. I gotta try to remember my Facebook password because he's sending them through Facebook. Her phone is always on the lowest whatever. Hold on. Give me just a second. See, this is why I try to get Andy on lives, because he can talk about this stuff. He knows it. Why is this changing my password? Oh my gosh. It's got me changing my Facebook password. Give me just a second. I'm sorry, guys. Other people were probably on here thinking I'm crazy. Okay. Now I gotta wait for everything to load. It's gonna go off like crazy, probably.
Yeah. Did you just unlog yourself? Okay.
I don't know if I've heard of hurricane. Have you heard of Hurricane Naylor's hurricane?
Oh, Daddy said he knew about the female.
He did.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! It keeps making me have to log in over and over again.
I don't know.
Okay. I'm trying. Oh goodness, gravy gracious! All this to get logged into this. Why wouldn't he send that an easier way?
Do you want me to just have...
No, he should have.
I wonder if he has it wrote down.
Hold on, let me just see if I can pull it up. I probably am not going to be able to.
Here, let me see.
No, stop please. Don't take the phone.
I was thinking I might could see if it popped up.
No, it's not going to pop up. Just hold on please. Okay, let me see if I can pull this up. Am I still online? Okay, I can't get it pulled up. I'm trying to get into Messenger here,
But it's not going to work.
but it's not working.
I don't know why it just won't work.
It's not sending me the code.
No.
I wish I could tell you the lines, but I can't. It's making me log into stuff. And I wish I could. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
That's aggravating. I wish I could have pulled it up, because now it's changed my Facebook password. I'm going to be in a mess. Okay, let me see. Insane Kane has a female offspring that's currently... Okay, let's see. Naylor's Hurricane has a world champion in the UKC Sloane's Insane Bella is also in the historical top 10. I wonder where she's at. What state is she in? Do you know? Yeah, I can't pull it up because you sent it on my messenger. I can't get on Messenger while I'm on my phone. Oh, she's in Kentucky. I think...
Mommy, would it work if he sent you by text?
No, I can't get off of my thing. If he would...
It would work. Dad, it would work.
I'm sorry, this is probably... Tom Sloan. I don't know if I've heard of Tom Sloan. I was thinking they had... The female Bonnie that had these pups last time, they had to straw her because she wouldn't take with her first heat, and so they went ahead and had some straws, for her. Went ahead and artificially inseminated, AI'd her, and that's how we got Tilly. Tilly is AI. But this time she did well. He was an older dog though.
We're gonna see if
Like I said, he's older.
He's got the picture on his phone. We're gonna see if I can take a picture with my.
Okay, yeah, bring it up here.
We're gonna see if it's on.
I asked him if he knows Tom Sloan. I believe they're all spoken for. I think. Are you looking for...
He said he knew of the Sloans.
Are you looking for a female or a male?
He said he knew of the Sloans.
He does.
Mm-hmm.
He said that dog that Belle is is who's got her is Sloan.
He might know him. I don't know.
You're looking for a male. I believe they're all spoken for.
Yeah.
We've had quite a few people interested in them, and we've just been telling everybody just wait till weaning. My husband's partner is going to take a couple of them, and then we're going to probably keep a couple, and then the rest of them are probably sold.
He thinks it's Bonnie's. He was trying to rush through it, but you should be able to.
Okay, so they just sent me a picture. Bonnie. Let me see. Okay, yeah, Insane Bonnie.
Here, do you have an extension cord in there where we can hook my phone up?
Sire is Insane Crank.
Yep. My phone might
I'm
be
trying to read the Insane Bella is Damn. So, okay, hold on, let me see. So, Insane Bonnie, PR's Insane Bonnie is our female. And then her sire is Quick Stop Willie. And his sire is Insane Crank. His dam, Quick Stop Willie, which is her dad, his dam is Insane Bella. So her dad is Insane on top and bottom. Oh, Sloan's Insane Bella. So that's the Sloan. That's where that comes in probably. And then Bonnie's bottom is, her dam is Skipper's Stylish Alley. Top is Extreme Skipper HTX. Hello, Mike. And dam bottom is Stylish Dixie. And then past that is Crank. Insane Crank's sire was Stylish Clyde. Top and bottom it was Stylish Hope. And then again on Bonnie's top, which was the sire, is Insane Kane, and bottom dam is Barbie Doll. And then bottom sire for so sire's the dam Stylish Alley, her grandfather would be PR's Insane X. Dam would be Solid Gold. PR's something Solid Gold. I can't. Curly's. And then she's Stylish on the bottom as well. Stylish Hickory Nut Harry. And the other one is PR's Symington Wild River Maggie. But she's Insane Kane. What you brought up the Hurricane. So there's, looks like Nailers, Hurricane Jane, Stylish Jet, Stylish Rube, Insane Kane, Stylish Lexi, Grand Track. She's got Kane. She's mostly made up of the Stylish line and the Insane line is what she's pretty much made up out of. Sorry guys, we're talking about Walker Hound bloodline.
Yeah.
I was reading it off. Hi Wilbur, how are you? I've been practicing my Kentucky accent. Woo-wee. I don't know about y'all, but I was as mad as an alligator in the back of a pickup truck. It's so funny. Yeah, I think that, well, she just took the phone, but I think it was Grand Track Man maybe was on there. Bring your phone back. This live is all over the place.
We need juice though. So
Her phone's about to die, so that's gonna be
5%.
You said Grand Trackman. Let me see. Oh, this is whose line was that? That second picture. It doesn't say. It says all Grand Track, and then the picture. She cut it off in the picture. A coal miner's daughter. I was born a coal miner's daughter. That one.
We watch podcasts and stuff, and I don't know if you've heard of the Electric Rodeo Dog, but we've heard some of his pups.
Electric Rodeo Dog.
Yeah.
Who is this one?
I don't think he has any guard.
Okay, so Stylish Clyde, who is the dad, is out of Insane Crank. And Turner Stylish Hope. Also, Davis Holla Clint. Sloan's Insane Kane. Insane Isabella, so it's the same on Bonnie's. And then the picture's cut off, so I can't see what it is. Alright, there you go.
I have to get juice.
She's got a...
We're running back.
So are you local? Are you in Kentucky? I can't remember if you ever told me that you were, or...
Hey, Mommy, the Davis Holler Clint's, that's the puppy's daddy.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
daddy.
Yeah, that's what I told him. It was Clint. He said make sure to tell you that the daddy is the Davis Holla Clint. You're in the cold north. It sounds like you're in Michigan. It sounds like you know a lot about the Kentucky dogs, though. Is that song from, I think it's about our state. I know when you said that, when you first said that song, that's Loretta Lynn, right? I think she was from Kentucky. That when you said that, the other song that was in my head was that song. I'm trying to think. You'll Never Leave Harlan Alive. I can't think of who sings that, but that is about Kentucky as well, Harlan, Kentucky, which Harlan, Kentucky is about a 3 hour drive from us. Not too far. Yeah. Yeah, that's the main see the cane, the Insane Cane and all them dogs was the dogs that my husband grew up with. He just recently got back into hounds this year. You told her you want to move to Kentucky? I love it here. I would highly recommend Kentucky. It's especially if you live somewhere that's more cold, you're going to have more, I mean, it's going to be cold here, but it ain't going to be, in the wintertime we get pretty cold. But not as cold as some places, and winter just doesn't seem to the southern part is warmer. Yeah. Yeah. We live in the northeastern part of Kentucky, more eastern part of it, and we live more in the mountains. So because of that, we've got a higher altitude. We get more snow in the wintertime, things like that. The south is a little bit warmer. Like they've been getting snow the last couple days. They get snow sometimes, but like the south, let's say we get 5 inches of snow today, they'll get 2 inches. And it's warmer. More southern you go. Pretty much past us in the state of Kentucky, pretty much the farther you go down into the state of Kentucky, and of course the states that are below us stay a lot warmer than we do. I like to think of us as like the beginning of the South on this part of the coast. I like to think of us more like the beginning of the South. But yeah, it depends on where you live, but typically, and the Finley River dogs. I don't know if I'd seen them on them papers or not. I can't remember what I read. My husband probably knows what you're talking about. I wasn't raised around the Walker dogs. My dad hunted with dogs when I was younger, but he hunted with Basset hounds. And I couldn't even tell you what that line was. That was when I was a baby. Now my grandmother though, she raised fox. They raised fox dogs. They showed them. They raised them. That's what my German grandfather did. They had, and my grandmother, they raised Walker hounds for fox hunting. That's what they did, which I love that. I think that's so cool. And I'm glad that my daughter gets to experience kind of the same things that she experienced, except we coon hunt, obviously, instead. But my husband coon hunted up until he got to be a rowdy teenager and then got out of it. But that's how we've got connection to such good lines, is because he used to, back in the day when the men were taking them hunting, you know how them young boys were, they'd run them dogs. They'd make them go get the dogs. And so I always think it's funny. He used to tell a story. He said he was hunting, him and his buddy. They was probably young teenagers, 13, 14 years old, and they was hunting, and the dogs got out, and they got in a big old area they wasn't supposed to be in, and so they had to go get the dogs. Well, if you know anything about hunting dogs, if you know anything about hunting, they have the collars on them, and the collars can shock, they can track, things like that. Well, they'll shock them dogs. Well, first you tone a dog, which toning it is, it gives a sound, and it kind of scares the dog enough that they'll come back to you. So there's a vibrator that vibrates, there's a toner, and there's a shocker. And so I guess he had toned the dogs, and they was too far out, they didn't come back or whatever. Well, the older gentleman was shocking the dog, and my husband had done got a hold of the dog, so he's shocking him because he doesn't think that my husband's got a hold of him. My husband's a young teenager, he doesn't think he's got a hold of him, and my husband's trying to climb through a barbed wire fence. He just messaged me and said, "Don't run people's dogs." My husband's trying to climb through a barbed wire fence, and he's got a hold of that dog on that collar, and he's getting zapped, electrocuted, shocked with that collar as he's pulling through the fence. But that's what my husband did when he was younger. But he got out of hounds when he got older, and was rotten. And he decided to get back into him this last year. And so this year is my first year of experience of hunting with hounds, and it's fun, but it's a lot of walking. It's exercise. I believe that's why all these older gentlemen around here stay in good shape. Like if you meet an old farmer around here, they're still muscular. Like they're still out in their fields, picking up square bells and throwing them up. And I believe because a lot of it, they did a lot of coon hunting and still do a lot of coon hunting. And that is a lot of walking. That is a lot of exercise. If you want to lose weight, that's a good way to do it, especially in the mountains of Kentucky, especially in these hills, because you're going to be doing a lot of walking uphill and then downhill and then uphill and then downhill and then in the woods and then in the briars and then in the cornfields and then in through the creeks. It's a lot. It's a lot of exercise, but it's fun. It is fun to do. My daughter loves it. She adores it. She loves working with the hounds, and she's good at it. She has a knack for working with hounds. She's good at training them, and I love it for her. I love it. You said you can easily walk 2 to 9 miles in a night. Absolutely. Absolutely. Andy has a Garmin. I don't know which model it is, but it's the whatever Garmin it is. People, for those of you that don't know, it's pretty much like a little bit bigger than a walkie-talkie size. And it'll show you where your dog is at, and how far they are from you. It says whether they're asleep or when they've got the collar on. It's got a collar that goes with it, whether they're asleep, whether they're walking, whether they've treed, so on and so forth. And it'll tell you exactly how far you've walked in a night. And of course, when he's hunting without us, which is not, he usually hunts with my daughter, but usually they leave me at home to get the housework done. Or a live, because I usually do a live when they're gone. But I can track and see how much he's walked in a night through my phone. So you do a lot of walking, a lot of exercise, but it keeps you young. I feel like that's why some of these old farmers around here are in such good shape, because they've done a lot of coon hunting, a lot of walking. And of course it's the middle of the night too. Like, the thing about coon hunting is that you're not hunting during the day. It's at nighttime. So you're falling and tripping over stuff, and and it's, but it's fun. It's an adventure. It's a good thing to do as a family. I've talked about it over and over and over again. If you've got kids, you need to get them outside. They need to spend as much time outside as they possibly can. Our daughter hates being inside. He's on here and said, please don't take wifey's dog training tips. He's telling me, don't listen to me. He says that, but I trained the livestock guardian dogs, so I'm not too bad of a trainer, right? But yeah, I can't even remember what I was saying. It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun. I guess we would be closer to Ohio than Indiana or Illinois. It's about a 2-hour trip to Ohio and about a 2-hour trip to Indiana. So I don't know which one would be closer. They're about the same. You've heard of him before? Hopefully good things. Hopefully good things. I think I have a hunt, since you're talking about, have you watched our hunt video? We went, I did one video. I've got one video on our coon hunting playlist. Hopefully I'll get another video here soon. The thing about it is hard to film. The dog that we hunted in that video, he was a Walker blue hound, but he died. But yeah, it's on there. But it's hard to film. It's hard to film because it's nighttime. It's dark. That video that I filmed, I had Tilly with us at the time. She's a pup, and it was it was a mess. It was a mess filming, and so it's hard to film those hunts because it's dark and you're doing a lot of walking, and you gotta whisper and be quiet and listen and run through the briar bushes and get smacked and hit if you walk behind him, because he'll just whack you right in the face with whatever. But he's so much quicker than me and my daughter, so like me and my daughter are like trailing behind him, and he's walking. He always gets to the tree before anybody, and then you gotta trail behind him in the dark because you gotta have the lights off so you don't mess with the dogs. It's rough.
Daddy's on there. I can hear him.
Yeah.
He's gonna start blowing.
There's a lot of jobs like security work, probably. I don't know.
One of the hard jobs.
I don't know. No, honestly, we're about like everywhere though. There's, at least in our area where we're small, rural area, there's not much work here.
One of the hardest parts about.
Which dog was it? Is it are you watching the blue tick? The blue hound? Or the one in the short screaming her head off?
If it's the one in the short scraping her head off, that means that's the one that had
The one that's in the short, that's hollering. Well, I've got Tilly on there too, though. So there's Blue Dog. I don't know. I don't know which one it is. You'll have to comment. The one that's like holding on to the tree, screaming. That is Bonnie. That's the female, the mama. They're both in shorts.
If you turn
Blue was the only blue hound we had. The Blue Dog. Oh yeah, he was a good dog. Do you eat turtle? Not on the regular. Not on the regular. I have had turtle. I've only had it one time. And it was cold. I really wanted to try it. But I don't know how to cook it. And I don't think my mother-in-law knows how to cook it real well. And so I've not had it because I don't know how to cook it. My husband probably could figure it out, though. He's pretty handy and stuff like that. He's eat turtle. But the Blue Dog, I miss him dearly. It was a hard loss. Right now, all we have to hunt is Ruby, which is Lakin's dog. She's a walker. That's it. And then we've got Tilly, who is, I think, around 10 months. They've been starting her. I've got a couple, I think, shorts of her. She's a lot like her mama. And then, of course, Bonnie's got pups on her right now, so we can't hunt anybody else. And then Seeker's a baby. He's right on the cusp of being able to get started. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it so much. Appreciate it. Have a good evening. But yeah, so that's what we got going on. Like I said, I'd love to do more videos of us hunting. Season's about over, though. So probably won't get none until next year. Next fall when season's back in. Ruby's a decent, Ruby's a good dog, but she lost her mouth. And so, she's, kind of squeaky. She don't sound as good as the others because she lost her mouth. She was a gift to our daughter, though. Who's the loud dog? That is Bonnie. The loud dog is the mother to the pups. You don't even have to worry about shooting a coon out of the tree. She will scream it down. It will hanging on the tree like her life depends on it. Yeah. That's Bonnie. Yeah, that's Bonnie. She is so daggone loud. She'll
knock a feller out. That's why if
like I said, you don't even have to worry about shooting the coon out. She will just scream it down. It'll die of its ears falling off. It'll just be like, my life's over from all this. Yeah, it'll
just flop over.
It'll end its life right there. So it doesn't have to listen to her. She's so loud. Oh my gosh, she's so loud. And she's louder when you're next to her. Like, she sounds loud on that video. Just imagine being right next to her. She's got a mouth on her. She's so loud.
Imagine how it feels when she's like on one side of the tree and you're on the other, looking up the tree shining, and she's like 2 feet away from your eardrum.
She screams. I've heard some loud dogs, but she screams and holds on to the tree for her, like that is her only lifeline in life. Right. Like, she's
my dog Ruby, she barked, and her mouth's kind of messed up a little bit. And so I like her, but every time I'm trying to leash her back off the tree, she'll hop around the tree like she's trying to, like, she'll just hop around the tree. Every time I get close to clipping her, she'll be hopping around the tree. I'll be just like, hold still for a second. Or she'll be running me in circles while I'm trying to leash her.
Mm-hmm. That girl right there is a coon hunter.
Mm-hmm.
Like a squirrel, yeah. Yeah, she is like a squirrel. Ruby is a sweetheart, though. She has the sweetest personality.
She'll also, somebody told us never to hunt her on a full moon night or she'll tree a squirrel. And she did do that. We have to say she did do that.
Yeah.
And it was a full moon night, so we learned our lessons about that one.
Yeah. She'd be a good squirrel dog, probably.
Oh, yeah. She'd be a great squirrel dog.
We don't need a squirrel dog, though, do we?
We don't need a
I tell you what I'd like to get for a squirrel dog. I'd like to get a little mountain vice. I want a mountain vice so bad, and I want to get a basset hound for rabbits too. You do not hunt on full moon nights. Yeah, they
We hunted one time. It was a full moon night. We just needed to get the dogs out, and you could turn off your light, and you could see right where you're walking.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of nice hunting though on a full moon night.
It is nice hunting on a full moon night. You can actually see where you're going.
Yeah. Daddy, the only thing about when you're hunting with him is if you're behind him, you better have your hands on your face because when he's going through the trees, he ain't.
You're whacked.
He ain't watching when them ones are hitting, so it's just like this.
You're whacked.
My lights flew off my head. My lights got hit off on my head, and it went all the way back there.
Yeah. Oh, well, guys, I've been on here about an hour and 11. Well, not about an hour and 11 minutes. I've been on here for an hour and 11 minutes. I'm crying and laughing right now. Is it because of her? She is the little version of me and my husband. She is an adult trapped in a child's body. But she is a smart girl. She does. She knows a lot. She's a smart little girl. She's a smart cookie. You can't get nothing past her. There's no tricking her. You know, she figures stuff out very quickly. I've never, and I'm not just saying it because she's my child, but you can't, there's no secrets, with her. She figures it out very, very quickly, and she always has been that way. Even when she was little, she's always been that way. We've never been able to do, any, like, tooth fairy stuff, any Santa things, nothing like that, because she got it figured out at a very young age, that it never was an option, because she's a smart cookie.
Well, I figured out the first time I ever lost a tooth, I had everything set up, to catch it, because kids dream when you figure out how to catch it. Well, I didn't catch it because I fell. The thing about it is, if I hear a penny drop, I'll wake up. I was like, how did y'all do that? But then one day I was putting it together. I've never seen one. I ain't heard its little wingies. And I just got my mind and put. But y'all have to tell me that Engaged Santa wasn't real because I was afraid of him breaking into the house.
Yeah, she's a smart cookie. She can't get nothing past her, and she is like a sponge. If it's something she's really interested in, she will absorb every bit of information that she possibly can from it. And she's very accomplished in a lot of things that I always say that she can do stuff and does stuff that adults can't even do. All right, Smiley, thanks so much. I'm going to get off here anyways, but thank you all so much. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for the camaraderie, the conversation, the fun we've had this evening. It's been nice to talk about things that we don't usually talk about. I usually don't talk about hounds or bloodline or anything like that, so it's been fun to actually be able to talk about it this evening. But I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I've got a video coming out tomorrow morning. I think I've got it scheduled for 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. So if you want to check that out, please do. If you haven't liked this video, please hit, if you double tap the screen, it will like the video. And so I'd appreciate it so much if you would do that. It means a lot to me. But thank you so much. We will see y'all on the next one. See you later, guys. Bye.